Exactly, but do we agree that is science the? When I say the scientific method, is scientific method the only avenue to gaining knowledge?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so what other avenues would you consider to gain knowledge?
To measure my feelings, to
Okay.
learn inside myself, to learn myself.
Okay.
It's not always in a scientific method.
Yes.
I have experimentation with myself. I see how I feel, how I react, how can I improve it.
Okay.
It's not always going by the book of science. I mean, there is different ways of creating knowledge.
Okay, so I want to give one example. So there's something called impossible existence. So impossible existence, I'll give you one example. Circular triangle. What do you think of that? Do you think it can exist or not?
Yes.
It can exist?
Yes.
What, circular triangle?
Yes.
Why do you believe that's possible?
Because you just said it.
No, I said, no.
You
because,
just said
no, because
circular triangle.
Yeah, but not absurdity. Because
Sorry?
not absurdity. When I say possibility, I don't mean we also take absurdity into consideration. So for example, circular triangle, right? Basically circular has no sides. Triangle has 3 sides. That's a paradox. It cannot exist at the same time. There's something called the law of
But
that's called the law of non-contradiction. It's called the law of non-contradiction.
But I'm saying when you go on certain principles,
Yeah.
in certain perspectives,
Yeah.
things that you think cannot exist,
But you said you're irrational
Actually-
beings, correct?
by rationality,
Yeah. So using our sound intellect.
certain things that contradict my instinctive
That's
view
correct.
can
Correct.
actually exist. Because I
Correct.
can look at a triangle
Yeah.
and I can say it can never measure a ton.
No.
I look at the
yeah.
triangle, but if I look from another side, I see that it's actually a huge piece of gold
Yeah.
of this triangle and it weighs a ton. So if I don't see what's behind the triangle, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that's all hypothetical. What I'm saying is, because we conceptualize the definition of shapes, correct? We define a triangle and we define what is circle, correct? There's no scientific data.
There are more
there's no
sophisticated ways to define it.
Yeah, but there's no way to empirically prove whether circular triangle exists or not. So the only other avenue of knowledge to come to conclusion whether it exists or not is we use our sound intellect. And like you said, without using our sound intellect, there's something called the law of non-contradiction. So meaning that a circle, by definition, means there's no sides. A triangle means there's 3 sides. How can it simultaneously exist? It's paradox.
But it's the same like I'm saying there is a certain point on a circle that if you draw a line,
Yeah. No mathematicians say that.
it will touch this point.
It's a mathematical truth. It's a mathematical truth that a circle and a triangle, there's no such thing as a circular triangle.
But in mathematics you have different approaches
Yeah.
based on different axiomas.
But no mathematicians would ever say that circular triangle is possible to exist. It's impossible. Because
For thousands of years,
Yeah.
mathematicians said, and no mathematician would contradict, that 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, but we conceptualize what is 1.
But
Yeah. So
there are mathematical theories that are proven
Yeah.
to exist in a certain reality.
Correct.
That 1 + 1 is not equal to.
Okay, so are you saying 1 + 1 at any given time can be equal to 3?
No, under certain approaches, patterns, axiomas.
Exactly. So let's talk about the patterns and forms of a circular triangle. Let's look. We define what is a triangle. It's 3-sided. A circle has no sides. Can it exist simultaneously? There's no such thing as a circular triangle. It's a mathematical truth.
I would say that what you're saying, what you're claiming, might be right, but it's not absolute truth what you say, because I'm looking at the past. Certain things humans said, and you would go to jail 500 years ago if you dare to say that we are circling around the sun and it's not the sun circling around Earth, because Earth is the center of life.
Yeah.
But and everybody and people went to jail for claiming that Earth is not the center of the universe.
But that's not applying to the law of non-contradiction. Because
the law of non-contradiction was created by human beings.
Correct. But do you agree with that law?
No.
You don't agree with the law of non-contradiction.
No.
So I could say 1 + 1 = 3.
Yes. And there are mathematical theories that say that 1
I
+
think
1
if you
= 3.
ask any mathematician, I'm
But
pretty sure.
I'm not a mathematician. I myself.
Well, hang on. Come on. There's some rudimentary principles that we know about mathematics. Come on. I know my times tables and multiple times table, right? No, I don't need a mathematician to tell me that 1 + 1 is impossible for it to be 3, 4. 1 + 1 = 2. That's mathematical truth. I don't need to become a mathematician. These are fundamentals.
You know about I numbers?
Sorry?
I, imaginary numbers.
Imaginary number.
Yeah,
Numbers is an abstract.
Sorry?
Numbers is an abstract. We conceptualized it.
So?
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if we conceptualize it, right, that means, first of all, you cannot use a scientific method. Because you cannot touch, feel numbers, correct?
Of course.
Okay, fine.
Have abstract.
And what's amazing is that you said the scientific method, and I agree with you, you make predictions, correct? And you measure. Yeah? You can measure. Can you measure without mathematics?
Yes. With a feeling.
No. Can you measure without mathematics?
Yes.
How?
Cannot measure feelings.
I feel hungry, and so it would be around the middle of the day.
can you
Middle
measure
is
that?
mathematics.
How can you imagine
I
that?
feel hungry.
How can you measure it?
I feel hungry.
You can't measure
How
that.
much are you hungry?
I can be very, very hungry.
What is very, very
It will
hungry?
become dangerous.
No, that's subjective feelings.
That's subjective.
That's subjective feelings. I'm talking about, can we, so you're talking
Is
about...
there anything
no,
not
you're,
subjective?
Sorry, you're talking about qualitative. I'm talking about quantitative. So when we say the big...
1 is 2.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So when you say, so the Big Bang theory postulates, I don't particularly believe in the Big Bang. I don't use science as my criteria.
That's why
But it's a
it's a
theory.
theory.
It's a
That's
theory.
a theory.
It's
Exactly.
not a religion.
It's a theory.
Listen, there's a law, like
Yeah.
a law of gravity,
Law-
which is
exactly.
fact.
It's a
There's
fact.
a law of theory, which is a theory,
Yeah.
made up thing.
We decided that it's a
Assumptions.
law.
It's assumptions.
It's assumptions, patterns
law.
that we see that are repetitive,
Okay, but how do- okay,
but
wait.
definitely not sure that are happening with galaxies because you have the black matter.
Okay, what's the...
You're
okay.
missing. It doesn't work in larger and smaller
What's your
scale.
name, sorry? What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob, Raihan. Nice to meet you.
Adam Saleh.
That's it. Nice to meet you. Look, the Big Bang theory postulates that 13.7 billion years ago, the universe existed from singularity, correct?
Right.
Okay, so we quantify. How did we able to quantify? By measurements.
It's
And you need
certain assumptions that they think that we can quantify it, but there is no absolute certainty that's what happened.
Now, I agree with you, because scientific method doesn't give you absolute certainty. I agree with that. But you're using a mathematical model that you cannot scientifically prove to me that mathematics exists because it's abstract.
Right. So
Right. So how can you then say? How can you not then take rationality into consideration? Why only the
because
scientific method?
I love rationality.
Brilliant.
But
So-
I'm saying that rationality is not absolute. It's not the absolute way to look at
Okay,
life. Because we are emotional people,
Okay.
and with emotions, we break to pieces rationality.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, right? If I come to Speaker's Corner, I'm already in Speaker's Corner, right? And if I say I existed before my mother, is that rational or irrational?
Absolutely rational
Oh,
these
why-
days because of relativity theory.
Can I ever exist before my mother?
By the relativity theory, mathematically, yes.
I can exist before my biological
Yes,
mother.
yes.
Then there's nothing to really discuss.
There's
right?
nothing to discuss.
Okay, yeah.
But the
There's nothing to
relativity
discuss.
theory,
Take
I
care of
mean,
yourself. That's it.
relativity theory.
I don't
He
think you're
can
being
exist
honest.
before
I don't think
his
you're being
mother,
honest.
that's until he doesn't
But
exist.
relativity theory, mathematically,
Yeah.
I can show it, and it's
No.
It's,
I'll get.
I think he's being
yeah.
dishonest, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
I think he knows it.
You're being dishonest. All right, I'm going to end the discussion here, but I'll leave one thing. There's an argument in the Quran. Wait,
I'm
sorry.
curious.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
And where you were saying is that there are certain absolute things.
Yeah. So is it absolute? So is it
And
absolute
we are
truth that we
arguing
exist?
about how absolute things can be absolute.
Yeah, but are we absolute? Okay. Is it absolutely
And
true?
what I'm curious
Yeah,
to listen
Jacob.
is how do you see, with your absolute approach, that
Yeah,
there are certain things that absolute.
I'll tell you what.
No circular triangles.
I'll tell
and
you
no
what.
existing
I'll
before
tell-
mother of
yeah.
a person.
Yeah.
That it leads you also to the absolute reason that there are certain rules
Yeah.
in our reality
Okay.
that we live in.
Okay.
That
So So how certain do you?
And there you arrive
Yeah.
to God. That's
Okay,
why
Jacob.
I'm
Jacob,
curious to the link.
forget about
Where
God
do
right
you
now.
click?
Forget about God right now. How certain do you exist?
Oh. How do we know that we are not arguing inside a
No.
dream?
No.
You cannot
No.
prove to me.
Answer a very simple
Okay,
question.
I don't know.
Sorry,
Maybe I'm
sorry,
dreaming.
brother. One second.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
Oh,
Prove
maybe
to
you're
me.
dreaming.
Prove
Do
to
you
me.
know?
But
Alright,
I-
Jake, wait.
No, but the
No.
question is, are you dreaming?
This is it.
Are you dreaming?
This
I
is
don't know.
where
This
this is where we cannot. This
Can
is
you
where we
prove to me
cannot.
that I'm not dreaming?
Jacob, this is where we cannot.
honest,
This is where we cannot discuss further, and I tell you why. Without the belief in the Creator, everything's uncertain for you. And this is the without believing in the Creator,
Yes.
everything's uncertain for you. All right, and I'll give you one argument from the Quran. In chapter 52, verse 35 to 36. It says, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Am khuliqu min ghayri shay'in am humul khaliqun." Were they created from nothing, or did they create themselves? Am khalaqu samawati wal ard, or did they create the heavens and the earth? Bal la yuqinun. Nay, they are uncertain. They have no firm belief. This argument from the Quran is supposed to be rhetorical.
Those that are. Oh, so
It's a rhetorical argument.
I'm accepting that by the Quran I'm a kafir.
No. I'm not talking
Never
about.
mind. Never mind.
Jacob. No.
No, never mind.
No, I'm
whatever.
trying to postulate here the Quran.
Yes, and it's very interesting. I'm going to remember chapter 52. I'm going to check it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
No, I'm very curious.
Okay.
Because
Thank you,
I love the approach on creativity
Yeah.
and on existence in the Quran. That's fascinating.
No,
And
did you
you're
understand?
saying there
Did you understand the argument? So
that
the Quran
if
gives a rhetorical
I don't
argument.
believe in the Creator.
Yes.
Then I will always live in uncertainty.
Yeah, and you're only proving that to me.
Absolutely.
You're a proof that this
think
Quranic
you're
argument
free.
actually proves.
And what's wrong? I'm a happy guy. I live in
How certain?
uncertainty and
How
I'm very
certain?
happy.
Wait, hang on. How certain are you happy?
Yeah.
20 over 20, not 10 over 10.
So you are certain.
I'm not competing with your happiness.
No, there are
because we
no.
don't know how to measure it.
I'm not talking about competing. You're saying you're very happy. So how certain are you happy?
I don't care that I'm not certain that I'm
He
happy.
said
It's
he
enough
can
for me
measure
that I feel
feelings.
that I'm happy.
You previously said
I'm happy.
can measure
You know this
feelings.
Quranic argument, by the way, proves people like you actually strengthen my belief in the Creator.
Sorry?
People like you strengthen my belief that there is the Creator. It only
I'm
strengthens
happy
my
for
belief.
you.
No. I'm saying to you,
I'm extra happy now.
think about this. Okay.
great.
So Jacob.
You said you cannot measure
I'm not
feelings,
trying to
right?
convince you otherwise.
No, I'm not here to convince, but I'm saying there's some principles that we should agree upon.
It goes
But
against
you are very,
I'm sorry by this statement.
Okay.
There are some. We don't have to agree on certain principles.
So is bashing up a child's head, is that right or wrong?
Sorry?
Bashing up a child's head, a baby, a newborn baby, is that right or wrong?
Horrible, very wrong.
Oh, so we can agree on something.
I hope.
How certain is it wrong?
I hope.
No,
But
oh, you
we don't
hope.
have
So
to.
it could be. So you could be right.
Yeah, it could be right.
That's it.
Could
You
be
only
right.
prove the Quran, man. Alhamdulillah. This argument from the Quran is so powerful. Were they created from nothing?
This
Were you,
Allah,
wait, hang on.
Alhamdulillah,
Wait.
I'm with you.
No, were they created from nothing? Were you created from nothing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
You know what nothing means?
No.
What is nothing?
Nothing means the absence of everything. No space, no
What
matter,
is everything?
no potential.
What is everything?
Everything. Like yourself, the trees, the universe, everything. Right?
Maybe there are other universes.
Nothing
But
is
maybe
the
there are other
absence of everything.
universes.
Sorry?
Maybe there are other universes.
Yeah, that's something.
Maybe
So-
every universe has a God.
That's something.
Maybe every universe has one has Muhammad, one has Moses,
Yeah.
one has
Maybe. You're living in
Joseph.
this universe.
Wait,
Come back to this
Jacob. How can you say to me with certainty that bashing up a child's head is wrong, but yet you're saying I'm uncertain about anything?
Yeah,
you are
that's
certain.
That's my
Wallahi,
certainty.
wallahi, Jacob.
Because that's
Wallahi,
my
Jacob. You need to be honest
certainty.
with yourself, man.
That's my certainty about certain things that I judge, that I allow myself to judge.
Jacob, this argument from the Quran, you are confirming the argument from the Quran. Without the belief in the Creator, you're uncertain about anything. But when you believe that there's the Creator, you're certain. I'm certain that I exist because I believe there's the
So wait a
Creator.
second. How do you exist?
I don't know.
Where did you come from?
How the hell do I know?
No, it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. Yeah, it's a
waste of time.
It's a waste of time. Yeah.
But Jacob,
Doesn't wanna
I
admit
think,
to the
look,
truth, you know what I mean?
Jacob, wallahi, you know deep down that there is the Creator. You know deep down. You're just being intellect dishonest with people.
How do you
However,
know how I know deep down?
because it goes against your instinctive nature. It goes against instinctive nature. When you are
How do you know about my instinctive nature?
okay. So I'll give you one example.
I'm going to sleep when I don't know if the Creator exists.
I'll give him one scenario.
I don't wake up at night. Oh my God,
Jacob.
Is God existing or not? I'm
Oh,
sorry,
Jacob. Wait. Let's
no
say.
disrespect,
Let's.
but I'm okay. With
Okay,
it.
Jacob. One more thing.
I'm okay.
Okay,
And
Jacob.
I'm not trying to
No problem.
convince
Are
you.
you being
No, I'm not here
honest
to
right now? Are
convince.
you being honest here with us?
Are you being
That's
honest
right.
with us?
Very much.
Okay.
You're being honest.
I'm completely open.
Okay,
I
so
don't hide anything.
okay, so we'll end the discussion. But one more thing.
Yes.
Let's say you are trapped in the basement.
Yes.
Okay, you're trapped in the basement.
Yes.
You try to call your wife, your children, but there's no network connection.
Yeah.
You're completely stuck, and you need help. Who do you ask? Who do you ask for help?
Oh, I know that you'll be.
Where would your eyes go
Let me
towards?
answer you.
Go on.
I know that I might talk to God,
Ah, okay, so that's instinctive.
but I don't know.
Wait.
But
I want you to.
I might tell
No,
him,
Jacob. Let's say you're trapped in a
God,
bed.
I dare you, I dare you to lock me here.
Ah, so you do believe that God exists?
Hold on.
Ah.
No, when a person is desperate,
Yeah.
he starts to talk to everybody.
Allahu Akbar.
I think
talk to
he
myself,
believes in
I talk to
something
Allah
that's higher
Akbar.
power.
That's a
not-
higher power.
Not God exactly.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
talk to Moses.
Something that's
I will
higher
talk
power.
to Jesus.
Good.
I will talk to Buddha.
Good.
Just let me live. I
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
I'm not focused if God exists or not. I'm saying how can I survive? If I talk to God and it will help me survive, I will talk to
No,
God.
but that's what I'm saying.
I will talk to Moses, to Muhammad, to Jesus, to Buddha, anybody.
Ah.
I want to survive.
Okay, correct. So do you know what you affirm? That is the teaching of Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, every child is born in fitrah. Every child is born with a natural inclination to recognize they're the creator. Only after, but however, their parents make him a Jew or a Christian or a fire worshipper. It's well rooted within your heart that you yearn something that's above you.
Alhamdulillah,
example-
I'm happy for you
No,
that
no.
you believe it.
No.
No, I'm serious.
Happiness
I'm
is
serious.
subjective.
Not about
You know,
that.
someone who can have drugs, cocaine, they might feel happy.
They're happy. You're happy for them.
Okay,
right?
but you know that's wrong. So let's say, wait, Jacob, one thing. When you are trapped in a base room, yeah, in an attic, for example, there's no network connection at all. You try to call your mom, you try to call the police, no one's helping you.
Okay.
Your instinctive part, where would your eyes towards? Look up to the sky. Your hands will be raised up to the sky.
I'll see a ceiling.
Because that's your instinctive evidence. First of all, that is higher power. And that's what Islam tells us. Okay?
Okay,
Now,
hold on. Just-
When I'm trapped
Do
in
you
a
believe-
basement,
do you believe in higher power?
Maybe I'll start looking down.
is the-
you try to do that. Your instinct,
Maybe there is a tunnel.
your instinctive evidence is looking up.
Ask
Please
me
help
about a
me.
higher power. Does
Maybe
he believe
it's
in something that's
up,
higher power?
But if I'm on the other side of the earth,
Right, so you believe in a
my
higher
up
power.
is when I'm looking down here.
So you believe in a higher power, at least.
You don't believe in God, right?
But what I'm saying is that there are people
everything.
beneath us on
Yeah.
the other side of earth. You
Yeah.
agree with me?
Sorry?
There are people just on the other side of earth, 180 degrees from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look up. It's what I'm looking down now. I'm looking down and
Yeah.
he's up.
Okay, that's not the point. The point is, do you believe in a higher power? That's the point.
Is there a high power? Is there
there
something?
There's
Maybe.
something, not God. Something.
Okay, maybe. Brilliant. Okay.
Something. We
Something. So you're not an atheist. Brilliant.
Yeah.
You're an agnostic.
I'm not an atheist. I'm
Good.
not agnostic.
Fantastic.
What are you then?
Fantastic.
Maybe.
So,
Maybe.
maybe that's his term.
Okay,
So
good.
now I'm asking you.
I respectfully.
Yeah.
Who am I
So Jacob.
to judge that what you believe is wrong?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
There's
Jacob-
no judging
This is
here.
arrogant.
There's no
So-
judging here.
So
No judging.
yeah, no judging the two.
No
So
judging
Jacob,
at all.
Agnostic and atheists are judging.
I agree.
I don't want to judge.
Jacob, so do you have an explanation as to why you exist?
Many.
Okay, what's one of the reasons?
Oh, lot of.
Like.
Like what? Just give me
Like
one.
senses. That I can come to certain conclusions by senses.
Okay.
By rationality.
No, I'm asking you, how did you exist? Why do you exist?
How did I come to this world?
Yeah.
I know about the how human beings multiply
Reproduce,
and
right?
Okay.
reproduce, and it's amazing.
Okay, so reproduction, procreation. Okay,
Yes.
brilliant. So my question is,
And it
Did
still
you
works.
ex- did
I
you-
see women
Yeah.
pregnant. Thanks God.
Yeah.
There is continuity. You know, it doesn't stop.
okay,
Allahu Akbar.
So
Jesus
do you-
Christ, Moses
okay.
is good.
So, yeah.
Buddha is nice. The world continues. So
not the
I'm
point.
happy for
so
everybody.
Jacob, do you believe that your parents gave you life?
I more than believe. I have certain assurances about it because I have
Okay.
pictures. I see some evidence.
Okay, so if your parents gave you life, when you die, how come they can't give your life back?
because they're limited, and not only that,
Right.
they didn't choose me.
Okay, so think about this. So
I mean,
think-
if we,
so
do-
Ja-
if we think about reproductive
So Jacob-
system, you don't choose which sperm will get into which egg.
Brilliant, brilliant. Now, Jacob, think about this, right? Think about this. There's an argument in the Quran which I think is very, very powerful and for you to think about. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to debate with you.
I love debating with you.
Well, I don't come here to debate, but there are some things that we do have to agree. We do, like rudimentary values.
We
Okay.
have to start
Okay.
by this sentence
Right.
that I disagree with you, that there are some things that we have to agree.
No, but within the parameters, there are some things that we should agree. Come on.
We
Okay.
agreed, for example,
Yeah.
about a certain aspect of morality.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
That
Right.
It's wrong.
Yes.
And it's different.
So let me give you an argument from the Quran. Let me give it.
It's wrong
yeah.
to hit
Yeah.
a helpless child.
Good. So there are some things that you are
We
certain.
agreed already.
So we're certain about
said
something.
maybe.
You said maybe
I
before.
Maybe.
feel, no, on this
No,
I'm feeling certain.
Certain is changing.
not
Yeah, it's
saying
good.
that
Shift to the
everything-
goalposts.
He said
Listen,
you
it's
can treasure millions. Then he said you can't
So
treasure
let me
happiness.
give you an
See what I
example
mean?
why it's maybe.
Change narrative.
Let me give you an example.
But
why
you just
it's
said
maybe.
we agree. Now you're saying it's maybe.
because
No,
because
this is
there
it,
is.
it's
But
honesty,
so
man.
can I explain why?
Go on.
Okay, please.
Okay. Unfortunately, there are wars in life.
Sorry.
There are wars.
Wars in life.
And you could be in a situation of a war that from the trees there, you see children, but they're shooting other children. Should I hurt the children
That's
there?
moral consequentialism. I'm
Or-
not asking about that. I'm asking. You see an innocent. I'm talking about a baby, an infant. An infant, someone,
But under
someone,
which circumstances?
like infanticide. Okay.
Like?
Infanticide. Yeah, when they kill infants. Yeah.
Yes.
2 years old, 3 years old, a newborn child. Can that ever be right?
Just to kill because why? Why are
Oh, there
being-
has to be why.
No, but you're saying I don't understand the example.
Jacob,
I need to
imagine this.
understand the
Imagine this. Someone, okay, with a malicious intention. I'm not even talking about
example. We're malicious in.
with a malicious intention to kill a newborn child. Is that right or wrong? I'm not talking about accident. In wars, yes.
Wrong.
I'm talking about malicious intention.
Wrong.
Fantastic, brilliant. So we are certain about something.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, great. So let's use our rational mind, okay? So, you didn't exist 100 years ago, correct? You didn't exist 100 years ago.
Most probably not.
Most probably not. How old are you?
I'm almost 60.
All right, so you are certain you didn't exist 100 years ago. Brilliant. Okay.
There is a certain
No.
high certainty.
Right. So no, think about this. Yeah, there's an argument in the Quran in chapter 76, verse 1. It says, "Has there not been a period of time when human beings were not worthy to be mentioned of?
Again.
Was there not a period of time when humans were not worthy to be mentioned of? And we created humans from a mixed fluid in order to test them, and we gave them hearing and sight." In other words, what the Quran is saying is that you came from a gooey fluid,
Yes.
from a liquid
Yes.
that has no consciousness, that has no matter, and look at you right now.
Wash it away.
All right.
I'm talking about imagine this water,
Yeah.
this fluid, made you how you are right now. How's that possible? Without the creator.
There are amazing things happening in.
So from blind matter, things can come into existence like yourself.
Give the example of a phone.
Amazingly enough, amazing things happening.
Okay, so from this phone, where did this come from?
It dropped from the sky, brother. It dropped from the sky.
It dropped from the sky?
Yeah,
There was a
from the
very
sky.
smart guy.
Wait.
Steve Jobs.
Let him answer. Where do you think this phone
There
came
was a
from?
very smart guy by the name of Steve Jobs.
Brilliant, Steve
Who
Jobs.
designed.
Ah.
Before Steve
Creator,
Jobs,
right?
Right,
Of the phone.
so
there
the
was
creator.
actually
Brilliant.
Albert Einstein who started quantum theory.
No,
and,
I don't believe.
No, wait. I'm not just saying it.
But Jacob, I don't believe Steve Jobs created. I believe he just came by itself.
No. Oh, fine. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, brilliant. So now we come to an agreement. There has to be the creator behind this phone, correct? Which is more complex, the universe, yourself, or the phone?
The phone.
What's more complex?
Yeah, which is more complex, the phone
Yeah.
or the
We're
humans?
all made from.
No. I'm asking you now, Jacob. Which is more complex, the phone or the universe, the cosmos, the humans,
Get the universe
himself, you?
yourself.
Which is more
Myself.
complex? You're more complex. So as simple as this phone requires a creator, and yet you're telling me maybe there is the creator behind your existence.
See, that's irrational.
I think you should think about it, Jacob. Take
That's
care.
irrational, yeah.
Take care, yeah? Nice speaking to you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
52nd chapter in the Quran. I'm going to check it.
Brilliant. Please check it. Please check it out. At least you're sincere. At least you're going to look into it.
No, I am.
Do you have a copy of the Quran, or do you have a copy of the Quran, the English translation?
You Google today, you have a copy of everything.
I can get you a copy.
No, thank you, thank you.
Are you sure?
I'm sure because
Okay.
I will look. I will listen to lectures.
Thank you
I
very
enjoy
much.
Every day
Thank you
I
very much,
listen to a
Jacob.
lecture.
By the way, if you do want English translation, when you come out of the park towards Marble Arch, there are copies of the Quran. You're welcome to take it. Brilliant.
You're smart.
Thank you. You too. Bob, these are the mics.
How you doing, Raihan?
Alhamdulillah, how you doing?
Down with the patriarchy!
Brother, put this on the other. You just put them here. Oh, in there, all of it. Okay. And they record this. I think they record this.